bring in Andy McCarthy, former federal prosecutor and Fox News contributor. Andy, always great to have you with us. Welcome
Hi,
to
Martha.
you. Hi there. So I want to start with this Doge post from earlier, actually yesterday at 5:25 p.m. It says the Treasury Access symbol, TAS, is an identification code that links a Treasury payment to a budget line item in the federal government. The task field was optional for $4.7 trillion in payments and was often left blank, making traceability almost impossible. As of Saturday, this is now a required field, increasing insight into where the money is actually going. So the judge is deciding two things. Can they fire people and can they open the books in those two separate cases? But Andy, what's your reaction to what you're seeing here in terms of how sloppy these government books appear to be?
Well, I don't think it really surprises us, Martha, because especially in the post-COVID era, we've had numerous reports of just not just trivial amounts of money. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars down the drain on account of fraud. So I think the attraction of Musk is that nobody wants to wade through a 1,000-page Office of Management and Budget report on how the government wastes our money. But he has drawn public attention. And that post that you just talked about goes to the heart of what's important here, which is improving accountability and getting the public to be aware of what the government's actually doing with the money. He's making people think they're not as powerless in this as they thought they were.
Absolutely. And I can't help thinking, Andy, when I see these attorneys general in these states, these 14 states suing to keep him out of the books. And I'm thinking, why isn't there a taxpayer class action suit suing to get their money back when it's been so obviously mishandled? I mean, put up the billions of dollars. The Government Accountability Agency says it's likely the federal government loses between $233 billion and $521 billion annually to fraud. So why don't the taxpayers sue to get this money back, Andy?
Well, how about they even elect better people who won't spend it like this? That might be a more direct approach. But I think, Martha, what we're seeing here is the progressive project in the United States is basically to disconnect accountability from government action. And what Musk is trying to reestablish, and President Trump, of course, is that people are accountable for what they're doing, and we can actually claw some of it back.
Yeah. I want to play two back-to-back sound bites here quickly, if I can, guys. The first is Elon Musk in the Oval Office talking about what they've found so far in Social Security. And then Mara Gay talking about the fact that she thinks all of this is designed to destroy the government. Watch.
There's crazy things like just cursory examination of Social Security. And we've got people in there that are 150 years old. Now, do you know anyone who's 150? I don't. Okay. They should be on the Guinness Book of World Records. They're missing out. So, that's a case where, I think they're probably dead.
Nothing is secure right now, and the government is not being remade to be efficient. This is an effort to destroy it. And I think that is the core message that Democrats need to be explaining every day in great detail. This is not an effort to make things more efficient.
I don't know, Andy, how these people are sticking up for people who are 150, receiving obviously fraudulent Social Security checks. And they're like, oh, yeah, don't pay attention to that. They're trying to destroy the government. Your thoughts?
Well, the government's not being destroyed. What's being destroyed is the pretext or the facade over government activities which have allowed progressive governments to shovel money to progressive NGOs and the whole scheme that goes on in order to sustain a lot of the political activity that they do. And I think Trump is trying to show that you can run the government efficiently without having that scam go on.
Yeah, and as you point out, the people's biggest recourse is election. Time after time, it has not resulted in anything at all, even when people promised this kind of shakeup. So we'll see where it goes. But everybody's restless. People are pretty restless over it. Thank you very much, Andy.
Right.
Always good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy McCarthy.